Good morning. So, if you've been following this devotion series that we've been doing that we call Ordinary Time, you know that we're just a smidge over halfway through it. This is a long series. It will carry us all the way up to the week before Thanksgiving. And because I've been trying to be random and get different people to do these devotions, I've reached out to many people, both in our conference as well as some people that I've met outside of the Missouri Mid-South. And what I have found is there have been some people that have said, I'm not really comfortable doing one of these devotions because I don't really know where I see God right now. And at first I realized, wow, clergy and people in ministry that do the kind of jobs I do and bigger than that struggle with difficulties in their faith sometimes. And that kind of gave me a relief that I'm not the only one that this happens to. So this compelled me to do my own devotion to kind of talk about that a little bit, because the truth is, times have been hard for me too. I had a very close friend of mine die of cancer just a few weeks ago, a brutal cancer. Now, I know that I'm not the only person that's ever lost a friend or a loved one to cancer. The part that bothers me about this is that I prayed really, really hard for him to survive. I begged God to let him live. And I don't normally pray like that, but let me explain that. When I pray for things, especially when it comes to something like someone's health or a sickness, I pray for peace. I pray for acceptance. I pray for the person who is sick to be able to have the strength to fight the illness. Very, very rarely do I go full blown in with please heal them. So when I did that to this point, I prayed so hard that it hurt me. And he died anyway. And I didn't know what to do with that. Like I literally went into this tailspin of why didn't I have a warning? Why did I put so much faith and belief that God was going to heal him that I am now devastated that God didn't? So I turned into a toddler and I ignored God. Stopped talking to God for a few weeks. Like I went into my bedroom and closed the door like a high school teenager and put a hand up to God. But here's what I know. Here's what I know to be true is God didn't walk away mad at me. I'm the one that was mad. I'm the one that walked away. And in my head, just like any parent would do, God stood outside that locked door waiting patiently for me to come back. And I took my time. I did the inner boilings of my anger and my disbelief that this happened. Someone told me once that you really have a good relationship with God when you have the nerve to get angry, as if God is going, yes, now we are in conversation with each other. Now you can really talk to me about how you feel. And I did all of that once I started to come back out of my room. And then in all of that anger and that despair I had, I listened to a song called Even If. It's by Mercy Me. And I've heard this song before, but today, on this day, I heard it differently than I ever had before. And I want to read you some of these words, and I would play it, but I'm afraid that copyright would take it off. So here are the words of this song. This is speaking to God. I know you're able, and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even if you don't, my hope is you alone. And then it goes on to say, they say it only takes a little faith to move a mountain. Well, good thing, a little faith is all I have right now. But God, when you choose to leave mountains unmovable, give me the strength to sing "It Is Well" with my soul. And then finally, it says, I know the sorrow and I know the hurt would all go away if you just say the word. But even if you don't, my hope's in you alone. So my gosh, I heard this song again, and I heard it in a way that began to allow me to heal. It let me listen to the words that someone else wrote as if God was speaking them right to me, going, yes, I could fix all of that. But if I don't, praise me anyway. So on this day, moving through the pain and the hurt of the death of my dear friend, and the realization that God didn't answer that prayer for me like I begged God to do, I know God can do just about anything. Oh, I mean anything. But even if God doesn't, I will still sing that it is still well with my soul. So I encourage you to go listen to this song. Download it onto something. Go in your car or in the privacy of your room and turn it up just as loud as you can stand it. And let the words seep into your skin and let it begin to heal you if you are struggling like I was. Blessings to each of you as we continue to go through this ordinary time. Please lift up your eyes and continue to look for God. God's right there. We just need to open up ourselves to find that presence. Thanks. See you soon.